This grandfather, who is talented in carpentry, says a customer's request for a refund and a reflection on traditional craftsmanship. A customer came to me with his allowance to order a small purple sandalwood tea jar as a birthday gift for his friend. However, just as I was about to finish it, he asked me if I could refund him. When I asked him why, he said that his friend didn't like handmade junk and would prefer a gift from a big brand. I was confused. Are our traditional handicrafts really inferior to those big brands? Or do most people only recognize brands and not handmade craftsmanship? I put in 5 whole days of work into making this tea jar. If there are still people who appreciate the work of artisans and traditional craftsmanship, could you please give me your support, even if it's just pretending?
The Invo UPT, Utility Personal Transporter, is an innovative electric vehicle created by the Canadian company Invo Drive Systems. It's designed as a clean and versatile alternative to UTVs, ATVs, cars, and trucks, offering a wide range of uses for both individuals and businesses. The UPT stands out for its modular and adaptable design. It's a 4-wheeled platform that can be configured in countless ways to suit different needs. Its sturdy frame and multiple attachment points allow for a variety of accessories, such as transporting tools, equipment, or goods. Create mobile workspaces or temporary shelters for agriculture, construction, or recreation. A small fan appears under the belly of the plane, but what is it for? Are the 2 large engines not enough that a small fan is added to increase thrust? First of all, it is rare to see this object, and we do not want to see it because it only comes out when the plane encounters a problem. Its full name is Ram Air Turbine, also known as RAT. When the plane has a failure and the 2 main engines lose power, the generators driven by these engines also cease to function, which causes a power failure in the plane. At this time, the cockpit dashboard goes dark, making it more difficult to control the plane. This is when the RAT automatically deploys from the belly of the plane. It uses the airflow generated by the plane's glide to turn, thus producing electrical energy and a hydraulic source. The higher the speed of the plane, the greater the power output of the RAT and the more electricity it generates. The 8 people pushing the car with a walking frame attached to the wheels are truly geniuses. By simply adding a walking frame set to the wheel hub, they've managed to make a Civic as fast as a Porsche 911. While this walking frame setup may seem simple, it's actually quite complex. Firstly, they replace the ordinary wheels with those equipped with a walking frame. Then, they install a set of drive gears and a motor system inside the frame. When the motor starts, it drives the drive gears to rotate, causing the annular gear on the inner wall of the hub to rotate in tandem. This ultimately drives the wheel to rotate, forming a self-propelled wheel. With this type of wheel, the car is no longer solely driven by the engine, reducing transmission losses by 50%. Especially for front-wheel drive cars, the rear wheels, which were originally just following, can instantly become part of a 4-wheel drive system after installing this device. This is a tracking device specifically designed for police vehicles. Installed at the front of the vehicle, it allows a cylindrical tracer to be attached to the rear of a fleeing vehicle at the push of a button. Thanks to GPS localization, police officers can track the vehicle without high-speed pursuit, thus reducing risks. The tracer has a head with a layer of solid adhesive over 3 cm thick. Before launch, the adhesive is heated to maximize its adherence. A green laser targets the vehicle, and the tracer is propelled by compressed gas with a maximum range of 15 meters. If the vehicle is too far away, a launch gun with a range of 30 meters can be used. The melted adhesive becomes extremely sticky and does not detach easily. Once the tracer is in place, the police car can slow down, allowing the fugitive to lower their guard. Tracking and localization are carried out via the onboard computer or a centralized system. The device can be controlled remotely. Disassembling an alternator is a meticulous process involving the systematic breakdown of its components. Typically, it begins with removing external attachments like the pulley and mounting bracket. The housing is then carefully separated to access internal parts such as the rotor, stator, rectifier, and regulator. Special tools and techniques are often required to extract bearings, brushes, and other delicate components without damage. Throughout the process, careful attention is paid to component orientation and cleanliness to ensure proper reassembly and optimal performance.
While there are undoubtedly skilled individuals in China with expertise in plumbing, it's inaccurate and potentially harmful to generalize an entire nation's population. DIY plumbing can be risky, and it's essential to consult a professional plumber for significant pipe issues. However, for minor leaks or clogs, a handy person of any nationality might suggest temporary fixes like using plumber's tape for small leaks or a plunger for clogs. For more complex problems, professional help is always advisable to prevent further damage and ensure proper repairs. Oh, wow, this is genius! Why is this cast filled with liquid? Cast 21 is a company that has developed a new type of cast made from a breathable, waterproof, and lightweight material. The cast is also designed to be more comfortable than traditional plaster casts. The company claims that their cast can help patients recover from injuries more quickly and easily. They also say that the cast is less likely to cause skin irritation or other problems. Cast 21 is still in the early stages of development, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way that we treat broken bones.
Bamboo drifting, also known as Duzhu drifting, is a centuries-old practice originating in China's Guizhou province. It involves navigating rivers and streams atop hollow bamboo poles, a testament to the remarkable balance and skill of its practitioners. A history steeped in practicality and evolution. The origins of bamboo drifting can be traced back to the Tang dynasty, over 2 millennia ago. Initially, it served as a practical mode of transportation for lumberjacks, enabling them to efficiently transport harvested bamboo logs along waterways. Over time, this utilitarian practice evolved into a captivating spectacle, showcasing the dexterity and harmony between humans and nature. Bamboo drifting demands exceptional balance and years of dedicated practice. The bamboo poles, typically ranging from 20 to 30 centimeters in diameter, provide a surprisingly stable platform for those who have mastered the art.
Can you believe that this shiny, perfectly cubic object, which looks like it's been highly processed by technology, is actually formed naturally? It's pyrite, also known as fool's gold, because its yellow metallic luster often fools people into thinking it's real gold. But pyrite isn't just limited to cubes. It can also form octahedrons and pentagonal dodecahedrons, among others. Isn't that amazing? Pyrite's main component is iron disulfide, and the iron disulfide molecules have a highly ordered arrangement, naturally forming these geometric structures. That's why pyrite has such sharp edges and corners. In Spain, these high-quality pyrite crystals are often used as buttons or made into bracelets. In industry, pyrite is used to produce sulfuric acid and extract sulfur.
Hundreds of rotors pull thin filaments that rapidly wrap around each other, ultimately forming a single magnetic structure. This complex technique is known as carbon fiber weaving and is used to manufacture numerous carbon fiber components. The machine employed is a carbon fiber weaving machine. Composed of thousands of carbon fiber strands, the filaments are pulled by a rotor within a circular frame containing hundreds of such rotors. Upon close observation, the rotors can be seen following an S-shaped trajectory. A 601 mesh adheres to the surface of the components simultaneously, while hydraulic machinery precisely adjusts the ends of the components based on the weaving speed, ensuring uniform rotation. Once the weaving is complete, the fabric is cut, finalizing the carbon fiber product. This technique differs from filament winding. Did you know why coal needs to be constantly watered with water during transport by train? This may seem strange to you, but it is crucial. Coal is a highly flammable material that can easily catch fire. In a freight car, a large quantity of coal is piled up. As the train moves forward, the pieces collide and generate heat from friction. This heat can cause a fire, leading to significant losses. To prevent this, it is necessary to cool the heat by regularly watering the coal with water. In addition, coal can also produce a significant amount of dust during transport. This dust is not only harmful to workers who handle coal, but it can also have environmental repercussions. Watering the coal helps to reduce the dispersion of this fine dust into the air, which improves the safety of transport operations and reduces the environmental impact.
On a ship in the ocean, an excavator is dropping square building blocks into the sea. But this isn't a sneaky way of dumping construction waste. It's actually helping to restore marine ecosystems. These structures are technically called artificial reefs and are man-made constructions. They're essentially homes built for marine fish. The primary function of artificial reefs is to provide a breeding and growing sanctuary for underwater creatures. Most artificial reefs are made of steel and concrete, but some people use plastic or metal barrels filled with cement and dropped into the sea. These can also serve as artificial reefs. In some countries, they even sink decommissioned ships to the bottom of the ocean to mimic coral reefs.
Have you guys ever seen a pipe connected this way? Turns out this home improvement worker here heated this pipe evenly to create an opening, then connected it after a while. Oh, so that's how it's done. So this is the effective part that can secure this medicine pipe to this position. Apparently, they use the same method for the water pipe behind it. Then, they weld this bending tool onto it and finally place it inside the bending grass. Then, we tighten this screw cap to secure it. The worker was worried that the screw cap might be too loose, so he tightened it again. Finally, to secure it, let's see if it's the final product. Isn't it great?
After being transported to a height, the coal is first poured into a funnel-shaped device. At the bottom of the funnel is a conveyor pipe that transports all the coal poured into the funnel directly into the cargo holds of the ship. The process is not complex, but must be repeated continuously. At the beginning, all the coal wagons that arrive at the quay are queued up next to each other. As each coal wagon is unloaded, an operator drives a traction car to pull the next wagon onto an inclined track. At this time, a pusher emerges from the bottom of the track to push the coal wagon towards the unloading device. There, a lifting platform raises the wagon to the unloading opening. A steel cable pulls the platform and the wagon together, tilting them to pour the coal into a triangular device. The conveyor pipe connected to the device is controlled by an operator. When the mouth of the pipe is above the ship's hold, the operator opens the hatch.
Oxy-fuel flame cutting is a thermal cutting process used to shape steel products. It involves a torch that combines heated oxygen and fuel gases to melt and remove the steel. This method is particularly effective for large steel items like beams, plates, and tubes. While it produces a smooth cut edge, it's primarily suitable for carbon and low alloy steels. Compared to other methods like plasma or laser cutting, oxy-fuel cutting is generally more cost-effective for thicker materials and offers good cutting quality across various thicknesses. A blown sidewall can't be fixed. That's what you're told when you go get your blown tire replaced. But this talented guy says otherwise. Watch how he was able to repair the surface of this tire using some simple equipment and tools. After peeling off the surface part, he made a small slit in the tire, which made it easier for him to fill the tire with rubber, silicone rubber, or rubber gasket. While there are undoubtedly skilled individuals in China with expertise in plumbing, it's inaccurate and potentially harmful to generalize an entire nation's population. DIY plumbing can be risky, and it's essential to consult a professional plumber for significant pipe issues. However, for minor leaks or clogs, a handy person of any nationality might suggest temporary fixes like using plumber's tape for small leaks or a plunger for clogs. For more complex problems, professional help is always advisable to prevent further damage and ensure proper repairs. Oh, wow, this is genius!
Human ingenuity has birthed a mesmerizing array of machines and tools that blend artistry with function. From the rhythmic dance of industrial presses shaping raw material into intricate forms, to the delicate precision of micro-engineering tools crafting minuscule wonders, the world of machinery is a captivating spectacle. These marvels, born from human intellect, not only serve practical purposes, but also evoke a sense of awe as they demonstrate the boundless potential of human creativity and technological prowess. This person is harvesting a type of animal feed. These sprouts are less expensive than traditional feed and offer better animal health in just 4 days. Barley seeds are transformed into sprouts in appropriate containers after being cleaned on trays, thanks to nutrients and predefined lighting. They are ready to be harvested in only 4 days. The growth process is almost entirely automated and environmentally friendly. Freshly harvested barley sprouts are given directly to animals, who consume the entire plant, including the roots, which improves their intestinal health and digestive efficiency. Additionally, this type of feed helps to reduce production costs because it requires less water and resources to grow barley compared to traditional methods. Moreover, the germination of seeds increases their nutritional value, making this type of forage particularly beneficial for the development and growth of animals. While both fusion pipe and PE hose are made from polyethylene, they serve different purposes in irrigation systems. Fusion pipe is a rigid pipe that is joined together using heat fusion welding. It's ideal for underground distribution lines due to its strength and durability. PE hose is flexible and often used for above-ground applications like connecting to sprinklers or drip emitters. It's easier to install and move compared to fusion pipe. Pay attention to this person holding 2 pieces of metal. He brings them together and they merge seamlessly without even a single gap. How is this perfect fit achieved? The secret lies in using brass wires that are 3 times thinner than human hair. This cutting method is more precise than laser cutting. It can not only cut out extremely precise shapes, structures, and parts, but also achieve a cutting size of 0.02 millimeters with an error of only 0.001 millimeters. This precision far exceeds the average width of a human hair. Even though the brass wires are very thin, there is still a tiny gap between each part. However, this is invisible to the naked eye. This metal body is composed of multiple independent parts. First, the internal structure of the cube is cut out. Then, these internal parts are placed in their respective positions. Each part is perfectly cut and polished to form a seamless whole. This is how these incredible metal creations are made. Production of large truck nails is a complex process involving several stages. It begins with the selection and preparation of high-carbon steel, which is melted into a liquid state. This molten metal is then poured into molds to form the basic nail shape. Once cooled and solidified, the nails undergo a rigorous heat treatment process to enhance their strength and durability. Subsequently, the nails are subjected to precision machining to achieve the exact dimensions and head shape required. Finally, a protective coating is applied to prevent corrosion and improve overall performance. This intricate manufacturing process ensures that the final product is capable of withstanding the heavy loads and demanding conditions experienced in the trucking industry. In a bustling Chinese workshop, amidst the clang of hammers and the glow of forges, a skilled blacksmith meticulously remanufactures locks and supports for colossal truck cabins. With calloused hands and a keen eye, he transforms worn metal into sturdy, functional components. His work is vital to the trucking industry, ensuring the safety and security of countless journeys across the vast Chinese landscape. From the intricate mechanisms of locks to the robust frames of cabin supports, his craftsmanship is a testament to the enduring power of traditional skills in a rapidly modernizing world. A water-filled truck pushes a large rolling cover across the airport runway. Inside the cover, there's a transverse bar. At each end of this bar, there are round discs that are pressed against the ground. These discs rotate as the transverse bar turns, cleaning the surface they pass over. This equipment is called a double disc cleaning machine, specifically designed to remove rubber deposits from runways. It's important to note that with each aircraft landing, the intense friction causes rubber from the tires to wear off and adhere to the runway. Over time, this significantly reduces the runway's friction, increasing the aircraft's landing distance and impairing the runway's drainage performance. To demonstrate this, a test was conducted where 2 water-filled containers were placed on an uncleaned runway. The water struggled to penetrate the ground. However, once the rubber on the runway surface was cleaned, the water infiltrated easily. For these reasons.
This is the Slaintrack FH80. Flail cutter is a compact and efficient attachment designed for versatile use on mini excavators, articulated loaders, and tractors. With an 800mm cutting width, it effectively tackles overgrown vegetation, hedges, and ditches. Its adjustable mounting bracket provides exceptional maneuverability, allowing operators to cut at various angles and access hard-to-reach areas. Constructed for durability, the FH80 features individually replaceable blades for easy maintenance and prolonged lifespan. Ideal for both residential and commercial applications, this flail cutter is a valuable tool for maintaining and improving outdoor spaces.
Have you ever wondered why molten metal sometimes shoots up into the air in a factory? This phenomenon, often caused by molten steel, is common in steel manufacturing processes. When steel is heated to extremely high temperatures, it becomes very fluid, almost like water. During shaping, this steel passes through rollers and sophisticated machines that compress and stretch it to give it the desired form. This process requires extreme synchronization and precision from the equipment. However, the slightest human error or mechanical failure can cause the steel to deviate from its intended path, ejecting it from the machines with force. This can cause significant damage to equipment and pose a serious safety hazard to workers, with the potential for extremely severe injuries. To minimize these risks and protect workers, it is crucial to implement strict and rigorous safety protocols.
Pay close attention to this worker. They have applied the principles of physics to the extreme, They added a fixed point to the truck bed and then tied a rope to the front of the tree. As the truck moved forward, the log was directly pulled onto the truck. Then they tied the rope to the rear end of the stump and the entire tree was loaded onto the truck. This saved them a huge amount of money on large machinery. However, this next method is even more impressive. The workers tied 2 wooden poles to the dump bed of a horse-drawn cart and then used 2 ropes to secure the log to be loaded. Utilizing the horse-drawn cart's built-in lifting function, they were able to perfectly load the log onto the cart.
While it's possible to make a hand broom from plants, its effectiveness compared to store-bought brooms might be limited. The durability and cleaning efficiency can vary significantly based on the plant material used. By this short, you will be watching the process of handmade natural brooms.
Scholar, a seasoned welder with years of experience, stood before the colossal arm of a broken excavator. The midday sun beat down on the steel giant, but Scholar wasn't fazed. He donned his protective gear, the rhythmic clink of his mask a familiar counterpoint to the rumble of the nearby construction site. With practiced ease, Scholar selected the right welding rod and adjusted his settings. A concentrated burst of light erupted as he struck an arc, fusing the fractured metal with a practiced flick of his wrist. Sparks danced in the air as Scholar meticulously rebuilt the excavator's arm, his movements precise and efficient. Each weld was a testament to his skill, ensuring the excavator would soon be back tearing through earth and rock.
An extraordinary feat of craftsmanship was recently unveiled when a skilled artist constructed a miniature house that defied belief. Using nothing more than polyester and simple dough, they meticulously crafted a replica so astonishingly realistic that it seemed to shrink an actual home. Every detail, from the roof tiles to the window panes, was flawlessly executed, showcasing an unparalleled talent for capturing lifelike dimensions within such a small scale. When poured into a hole dug in the ground, it immediately begins to expand. After 15 minutes, wooden posts are firmly anchored in the ground, and even hard blows with a hammer can hardly move them. This expanding liquid can replace concrete, and its main use is to secure wooden posts. The method of use is simple. The bag contains 2 liquids. After removing the separator in the middle, squeeze the bag several times to mix the 2 liquids. Then open the bag and squeeze all the grey liquid into the hole. On contact with air, the liquid gradually expands to form a solid foam in just 15 minutes. It can fill the hole and firmly secure the post in place. Despite its lightness, it can withstand the pressure of vehicles. Once fixed in the ground, even a tractor cannot remove it. On the other hand, a post fixed with cement can be removed by shaking it a little. It is worth noting that a small bag of this liquid can fill a 60 centimeters deep hole, which is equivalent to replacing 22 kilograms of cement.
The young guy riding a tricycle stopped right here. When he opened up the back, I was completely blown away. Holy cow, he was setting up a shoe stall right there. I've never seen a shoe mobile like this before. It looks so small, but when you open it up, it's a whole other world inside. There must be at least 200 pairs of shoes in there. The boss is really honest about selling his shoes, always saying, "My shop is right here. Where else could it go? Haha."
It may look like lightweight plastic, but this innovative barrier can hold back raging floods. The thin panels of box wall are actually super strong despite their lightness. These L-shaped panels without a box interlock to create a solid barrier that can hold back water up to 50 centimeters high. Unlike heavy sandbags that are difficult to transport and stack, box walls assemble like giant puzzle pieces. Simply transport the panels to the site and assemble them into a long barrier in minutes. When not in use, they can be stacked for easy storage. In addition, their ingenious design allows for quick installation even in an emergency. They are also easy to disassemble, allowing for simple and quick reuse. Box walls represent a significant advance in flood management, combining effectiveness and ease of use.
The flame weeding tractor. It is a tractor equipped with a flame weeding attachment. This attachment uses flames to kill weeds growing between crops. Flame weeding is a non-chemical method of weed control that has been around for over a century. It is becoming increasingly popular again as farmers look for alternatives to herbicides. The biggest cost factor. Prices vary greatly depending on size, horsepower, and brand. Used tractors can be a budget-friendly option, but factor in potential repairs. Expect a range of $10,000 to $100,000 plus for the tractor itself. It can help farmers reduce their reliance on herbicides, which can be expensive and harmful to the environment. He is an approved method of weed control for organic farming. Flame weeding can be very effective at killing weeds, especially young weeds.
This is absolutely the most bizarre wallet in history. It looks just like a grown man's mouth with a clearly defined, charming mustache. You can pry open this soft mouth to reveal 2 rows of realistic big white teeth. To save money, you just stuff your coins into the mouth and close it. It was created by a Japanese artist based on the manga Fumiko. The main material used is silicone. In fact, he didn't just make a mouth-shaped wallet. There are also these blinking eyes that look a bit creepy, but it's actually just a head. The eye represents a certain unit. There are also USB drives and stamps made to look like fingers. But these things aren't cheap. You can calculate it. Given that a mouth costs 6,000 won, what is the price of one left eye?
A handcrafted knife handle is a testament to artistry and functionality. Each handle is a unique creation, shaped and finished by skilled hands. From the careful selection of materials like exotic woods, durable mica, or sleek metals, to the intricate carving and polishing, every detail reflects the craftsman's dedication. The result is not merely a grip, but an extension of the knife's soul, offering an unparalleled tactile experience and ergonomic comfort that enhances performance.
This is a wall called the Eskio Barrier, a modern defensive structure primarily used to protect military bases. It was originally designed for erosion and flood control, but the military quickly saw its potential as a fortification barrier. They are made of large metal cages lined with geotextile that are filled with sand, earth, or gravel to create protective walls. The wire mesh is highly resistant to corrosion, gunfire, and explosions. They have even created a container with pre-assembled cells to speed up wall assembly. It is longer, self-contained, without additional packaging, and ready for use at any time. Simply open one side of the container, deploy it, and build it like sandbags. It mounts directly to the ground without the need to dig a trench. The barriers are also effective in preventing unauthorized vehicle access, acting as obstacles. This technique, known as the super diamond butt jump, is used to repair broken or cracked metal objects. When applied, it makes the metal stronger than iron, even to the point where a hammer cannot break it. The substance is malleable, allowing it to be molded and pressed into the damaged area before application. It is important to clean the damaged surface to ensure good adhesion. Then, simply cover the broken part completely and let it dry. Once hardened, the material becomes extremely durable. It can also be used to repair objects with holes. After application, the repaired object can be used for years to come. The super diamond butt jump is often used in industries such as mechanics and construction. It extends the life of tools, equipment, and metal parts, offering an economical and effective solution to avoid costly replacements.
A welding gun is a handheld device used to deliver welding current to the workpiece. It's an integral part of various welding processes such as MIG, metal inert gas, MAG, metal active gas, and TIG, tungsten inert gas welding. A cut-proof glove is a piece of protective gear designed to safeguard your hands from sharp objects. They're typically used in industries like manufacturing, construction, food processing, and even in the kitchen for those who handle knives frequently. A young Chinese man, brimming with creativity, transformed his ordinary ceiling into an extraordinary masterpiece. Armed with nothing more than simple wooden boards and vibrant LED lights, he meticulously constructed a dazzling celestial landscape. With each piece carefully placed, he conjured constellations, shooting stars, and even the ethereal glow of a moon, breathing life into his bedroom and turning it into a captivating cosmos. His ingenuity and artistic flair were evident in every glowing detail, making his room a testament to the boundless possibilities of imagination and DIY spirit. Did you know why dam gates must be opened periodically? This is crucial, especially during periods of heavy rainfall, to prevent flooding downstream. Opening these gates helps maintain an appropriate water level in the reservoir and avoid overflows, thus protecting downstream areas from potential floods. Additionally, rivers carry sediments such as mud and sand that can accumulate in the reservoir. If these sediments are not regularly flushed out by opening the gates, they can reduce the reservoir's storage capacity and lead to silting. This sedimentation can affect the proper functioning of turbines and other hydraulic equipment, reducing the dam's efficiency for hydroelectric power generation. Regular water flows are also essential to maintain downstream river ecosystems. Artificial variations in water levels can affect aquatic habitats as well as local flora and fauna.
This structure may appear to be swallowed by the earth, but in reality, these workers are constructing circular concrete walls for underground wells using the caisson method. Here's how it works. Workers mark the location of the well and dig a hole approximately 3 meters deep. They then place the first concrete section at the bottom of the hole and dig deeper inside the concrete structure, causing it to sink under the force of gravity. This process continues as the workers dig. The concrete structure sinks, and new sections of concrete are added, creating a deep, solid cylindrical wall. Meanwhile, groundwater is pumped to keep the work area dry. Once the desired depth is reached, the well is sealed with concrete to ensure its stability and watertightness. This technique allows for the construction of solid foundations even in weak soils or underwater. Is this foundation built a bit too high? The bulldozer operator received a rather challenging job, raising the foundation of a household by over 3 meters. The homeowner, for reasons unknown, had the foundation built and then filled it with a massive amount of soil. The potential for several underground rooms was completely abandoned, all for the purpose of elevating the house above the damp and stuffy ground level. It's uncertain whether this method will be effective, but the excavator operator didn't have much say in the matter. As soon as the soil was brought to the foundation, he began to push it into the pit with all his might. In this way, the large holes dug by the homeowner were filled.